Hello everybody and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we will be playing a random character. Now, I do enjoy The Binding of Isaac Repentance a lot, and I enjoy each and every character for their individual strengths and weaknesses. There are a few I don't like, but they're not the end of the world. Like, for example, Boo Baby isn't my favorite character. Granted, I don't have him unlocked right now, but when I do unlock him, he's not one of my favorite characters. In fact, he's kind of like low down on the tier list. But right now, with the characters we currently have, I don't mind playing any of them and getting any of the items for beating Mom's heart, right? So I decided today we're going to do a random character and just let the game pick for me. Besides that, there's no real goals today, maybe necessarily, no necessarily. Promise English is my first language. There's not necessarily any goal for today's episode. I kind of want to get towards more things done for Polaroid / negative, but besides that, it's not the end of the world. So without further ado, if you enjoy what you're about to see, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's hop into this run. Let's see who we're gonna get. Isaac. I enjoy Isaac runs. I wasn't expecting it. I haven't gotten the achievements for beating Mom's foot. Sorry about that. That was me pressing the full screen button, or F key, while trying to get my hand on the keyboard in the right spot. I don't want to move the barrels too much because my goal would be to, the movable barrels at least, try to see if there's a top secret room over here. Which I doubt it, considering the layout isn't fully known to me yet. I know the secret room can't be there. So I'm trying not to, use the barrels too much, in case it blows up one of the movable ones. Sorry if you hear my cat in the background. He's being a bit noisy today. He was all quiet and to himself when I was trying to, play with him using his toys, but now when I'm recording, all of a sudden he wants to start meowing and making a fuss. But that's how pets usually are. Yeah, I kind of figured the secret room wasn't going to be there, but it didn't hurt to, play it on the safe side. Usually it's close to the boss room, but there is a chance that the, secret room's on, the opposite. There's, 1 or 2 spots I usually find it in, and that's, either right next to the boss room, or it's on the other side of the map usually. I've had times where it's close to the boss room but not quite next to it. Just barely managed to pull that off. That's one of those tough rooms, you have a few options for it. If there's a movable barrel here, you want to move it out of the way, but besides that, you kind of the easiest method is to make one side explode and then dodge so that the other side can explode. But you gotta be really quick when doing it that way. Or you can try to stand as dead center in the room as possible. That's another way to avoid it. Having a key would be nice for that chest, but it's not necessary, right? Part of me would rather hold on to the key for future floors. Possible secret room there if the boss room isn't next to it, or it could be in between the 2 special rooms, so the shop and the item room. If I get a second key, I'd be willing to open up the chest, but right now it's not necessary. I'm glad I've been focusing mainly on upgrading the shop, or at least donating to the donation machine, because it really has helped out a ton. I don't know how I feel about concussive tiers, because man, he just sniped me from across the room. But because it's it makes him more erratic then. So if it's a boss like this where it's very predictable with where they're running to, concussive shots can make it hard to predict their movement sometimes, because they'll run in random directions instead of straight towards you. But besides that, it's not a bad effect. I prefer Fear over Concussive Shot. Fear is the better version of it, right? Makes enemies strictly run away from you no matter what. So some enemies that are only like vulnerable on their backside, having them like feared means you have a chance to hit them in the back, and I think that's much better than what Concussive Shot can do. I actually prefer using my bomb on this tinted rock instead of looking for the secret room. Yeah, because I'd rather have the guaranteed health. Well, not guaranteed, but mostly guaranteed health. Oh, I shouldn't have picked. I should have waited to pick up the soul heart, because I could have gotten into the curse room, come back, grab this heart, and then whatever. It's not the end of the world. Annoying, but not the end of the world. I almost hit the full screen button again. I always do that where it's like I take my hand off the keyboard in between like floors or something, and I go to put it back on, and I completely screwed myself up. Honestly, I don't know how often I really see a soul heart dropping from there. Now, I have been holding on, like waiting out to do dailies on this profile, just because I had to do so many on my main, like on the main profile I was playing on. Boom's one of those items, if you're low on bombs, it's great to have, but I'd rather it not replace a like item room item, just because it's like I'd much prefer any item room item over it, but having the 10 bombs is nice. Now, yeah, like I said though, it's just one of those things. It's a good item, just early game, like if it's like your first floor, it's good enough because you can use it to like deal heavy damage to the first couple of floor bosses. But besides that, Boom isn't all that like enticing of a pickup. I don't know why I wasn't expecting the chest to drop a troll bomb there. Mainly because it's a gray chest, and I usually associate gray chests with like no chances of dropping troll bombs. But that's not 100% true, because yeah, as we see there, it is possible. God, this is one of those rooms that I really hate fighting in, because these meat enemies, I think they might just be called meat bone or whatever. Either way, these ones here, they're annoying, especially with the higher shot speed. This is what I mean about concussive, making them unpredictable. They're moving so erratically. But no, I really dislike, because it's just so hard to like hit them when they have high shot speed in hard mode. Whereas like in normal mode, they're pretty easy to fight enemies. No real trouble with them at all. If I knew I was getting this many keys on this floor, I would have used my key on the first floor. Now this room may seem pretty easy. She's got to like shoot the poop and then all the spiders are free. But the problem with spider enemies, especially these like single spiders, is they can just slip right through the crack if they want to. They do it often enough that, and they have such high movement speed and they're erratic, so it's hard to like really pin down where they're going. But yeah, so you could get them all coming out of the crack to chase after you, but then you might end up having one that slips through here to get you while you're running away. Honestly, the main reason I took Iron Bar is I really liked the like damage up it gives. I mean, that's the main reason I take a lot of items, is even if the like initial tier effect or something I don't like, the bonus stat up it gives is much better. Come on, Lust, up here. Again, any boss that chases you down, super easy to fight, unless you concuss them, in which case it can be a bit annoying. Book of Sin has appeared in the basement. I'm assuming you gotta fight all the like mini bosses to get it. Yikes. Speed down is not what I was looking for. If I had to take a guess, I'd say secret room's over here. I really want to blow up the 3 mushrooms, just because a chance of getting other, the mushroom items to spawn. Unless they need to be unlocked, which I don't know if they need to be unlocked or not. It's, you know, just one of those items I don't really consider, like, needing to be unlocked. Magic Mush, specifically. Like, Mega Mush I know needs to be unlocked, but Magic Mush is one of those items I just don't think about it needing to be unlocked. Nice. What I can do is bring this up here, and I should be able to get to the chest this way. Yeah. Might as well blow up, see if I can get a crawl space. No. Tears up and size down is always helpful. And range is, eh. If I had the D6, it would be nice, but I don't have that unlocked yet for the character, so it's not the end of the world. I have to look into what, like, unlocks it. I do love me a Cursed Eye. I think it's a fun item with a crappy downside, but not the end of the world, right? Like, the downside is you get teleported away if you take damage mid-charge. But I think the item itself is fun. And I think it's a fun, like, risky item to take, especially during, like, normal runs. Now, if it was doing something like an Eden streak, I might be, like, a bit more hesitant to take it, but right now I think it's a good item. And it doesn't hurt me if I, you know, take it with me. Because I have so many bombs and my shop is, I have 10 cents, my shop is pretty worthwhile going into. But I'd rather bomb into it instead of, like, using a key. Yeah, I'm just going to hold on to my money. Nothing in there really enticing me to grab it. Honestly, I got super lucky with the top secret room because I just saw the room layout and that usually has a secret room in it. So I was like, oh, I might as well check. Even though it probably would have been better not to. Yeah, I'd rather take the damage not charging than charging. We're gonna... I could go Devil Deals and just like, not guarantee, but get a higher chance of getting one on the last floor, but I don't think it's worth it. I think a much better time, or at least more fun, to go around. Yeah, I think I just have more fun going around exploring the floor. Or not exploring the floor. Trying to get angel deals. Especially right now when there's not a lot in the pool. So, good chance of getting items I might like. I didn't realize Holy Mantle started unlocked. For some reason, I always thought it, like, was an item you had to unlock first. I know you have to, like, unlock its use for Lost, but I don't know. Just not something you think about often, I guess. At least not in my case. I know you can slip in between the fires, but every time I try, I always end up taking damage. Whether I'm successful or not, because I always end up taking damage on the way out or the way in. I think we were looking pretty good for health. I did just unlock the black candle, so if I find it in my shop, it removes the teleportation from Cursed Eye, which makes Cursed Eye a lot better. So if you have Black Candle and you're willing to have a little bit of fun on your run, it can be worth it to take Cursed Eye. Okay, that room was giving off like top secret room vibes, but I guess I was wrong about that. I am glad I had turned Very risky there to like try to hold that charge when I was stuck in that corner, because if those two flies had like that double fly or whatever, I don't know what they're called. I think they're just double attack flies. Had actually managed to hit me, I could have been teleported randomly. Okay. These enemies, not tough, but when they're always in a group, which is what makes them hard to dodge. I don't think I found the item room on this floor, have I? No. I did get super lucky with the 2 red chests last floor, giving me 2 curse room items, or 2 red chest items. That might be worth it. Honestly, I could probably fight the boss. I'm strong enough now that I can handle it, but I'd like to see what I can get out of my item room and my shop. It hurts. No, it doesn't. Okay, I think this is the ones like every time you take damage, get a tears up. For the room, I don't know if it's permanent. I think it's just for the room. Yeah, seems to be. And there's Cursed Eye in action. I mean, I might as well finish the... Like, I don't have to go back. It's a room I don't have to clear. And I'm not really needing to full clear this run. Honestly, I probably benefit from not doing it because it'll allow me to go a little faster. I don't know. I enjoy taking it slow and clearing the floor. I know some people, you know, when I was live streaming it, and I know some people who are like, oh no, I'm the exact opposite. I just go with what I get, and if I find the boss room first, okay, I just move on. I'm like, I can't do that. I like to explore. I like to have a little bit of fun with it. I was about to question why I'm getting so many chests, but I remembered I got Gubby's tail, which is what's giving them to me. Now, I would love to have had enough money to donate 10 cents, because that'll increase my angel deal chance. But it's not necessarily worth it when I only have 12 cents. And I want to hold on to enough to get the shop next floor, or to get the arcade next floor. Now technically, you could use Cursed Eye to kind of like pseudo speedrun certain rooms like this one, where you can use it to like forcefully teleport out of the room, allowing you to not have to fight it, right? But I feel like fighting it was worth it, especially because I got the extra like chest with bombs in it. I do have a ton of health. Devil Deal run would have been nice. I don't know. I just really enjoy Angel Deal. And I don't think that's a uncommon opinion with Repentance. You know, Standard Isaac, or not Standard Isaac, but Rebirth, Afterbirth, and then, you know, Afterbirth Plus. It was kind of a given that Devil Deals were the way to go. That there was no, you know, Angel Deals weren't worth it unless you're getting the key pieces. Even then, it wasn't worth it half the time because rarely got Angel Deals. One of the biggest changes that Repentance brings is the guaranteed Angel Deal if you ignore the first Devil Deal, which makes Angel Rooms way more consistent than they were like previous like iterations of the game or previous DLCs. That one change is enough to make the entire game feel completely different with how you want to go about getting your like Angel versus Devil Deal. Because now most people are like, oh, well, skip the first Devil Deal. It's almost never worth it. Go straight for Angel Deals on the next couple of floors. I don't know why I did. I should have saved it for the next floor, because then I could have increased my Angel chance even further for the next floor, but I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it. I just wanted to donate money. Again, my other goal is to like get that done as soon as possible, so I don't have to worry about it later, and like I don't have to do 20 runs at the end of the like game. I will start doing daily soon to really yeah, I'm going to start doing dailies pretty soon just so I can get them out of the way as soon as possible.
Excellent.
Because those can be really frustrating to try and do late game because you're like, oh, I gotta do 31 dailies to get the, last achievement for the game. Which is what I went through, so it's why I'm like, yeah, it's probably just better just to get this done and over with now. Nice, some decent money. And I get into here for free, which is just a health up, so it's honestly not even worth it. I don't need the health, I have plenty. Yeah, it's not worth it. But it is worth it as blowing this guy up to increase my angel deal. There we go. Now, I would say it's almost guaranteed, but with this game, I've had like 90% and still miss out on an angel/devil deal. So it's never guaranteed. God, that is a lot of health ups. The game's really trying to push me towards devil deals right now. Honestly, I don't even remember if how Dreamcatcher is unlocked, if it's unlocked. Because that item would be super useful early game, because knowing like if I can, I'd say knowing if I skip it, but I don't necessarily need to skip it because until I unlock Planetarium, skipping item rooms doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I wonder if 225 has any unlocks or if it's just going to be like a higher number. Before I fight the boss, I mean, there's no reason not to fight the boss now, but I don't know. See if I can get enough money to get the donation machine up without putting myself under 5 cents. I mean, I don't need to put myself above 5 cents because, or under it. I don't really need to worry because I got 2 floors before the next arcade can spawn. But it'd still be nice to have the extra money set aside just in case there's like, I want to buy like a soul heart or something on the next floor. Speaking of, I can go check out the curse room, and I have, I'll have, I guess half a soul heart, but I'll be down a whole soul heart. It's not the end of the world, though. Ooh, I'm just taking pointless damage now that I'm like getting cocky. Alright, we got a heart drop on the floor too. Again, don't necessarily need it, but it's good to know I have it in case it does become needed. Or in case, I was hoping I'd have an arcade on this floor because getting like a blood donation machine would be really useful. Alright, never mind. I was gonna pause the, or mute my microphone real quick because I thought I had the sneeze, but yeah, the sneeze went away, so we're good. This room used to be one of the scarier rooms because I was like so used to the other variation where all the spikes go down. But now I've seen that one more often than the other variation. So I'm just like, okay, I just know to like wait until I know like it's only 1 or 2 spikes going down. Not 1 or 2, but like until I know how many spikes are going down exactly. It just sucks having 2 health up items on the floor. Like those are not going to help me at all. Like I could get my health pretty much maxed out, but I just don't see the point in doing so. Unless there's like a hidden achievement for doing it, and even then I'm like, do I necessarily need the achievement right now? Yeah, I was really hoping for an arcade this floor, but whatever. You win some, you lose some. of hoping for a boss that would just justify me holding on to the devil card. Well, seems like he made it justifiable now. Again, it's why I find it to be a fun item, but it is one of those items that most people wouldn't take because of just the amount of bullshit that Cursed Eye brings. Especially if you're like, the worst is if you're fighting a hard boss like one of the late game bosses, you get it down to a sliver of health and then you get teleported out of the room. Hence why, again, it's not the greatest item and most people will rather not take it. Breath of Life, I actually think Breath of Life is a slept-on item. It's not good, and by most standards, I wouldn't take it because there are a lot of Angel Room items I prefer over it. But I think it does get slept on because it's basically guaranteed free cursed rooms as long as you know what you're doing. And it's, you know, super useful for that. Jesus Juice would be helpful, but it's like an HP up and damage, and again, don't necessarily need it. Yeah, as soon as that like aura appears, that's when you're invincible, but if you hold on to it for too long, you will take damage. Oh, I meant to put 5 more cents in the machine. Whoops. Yeah, it's one of those items that a lot of people will tell you it's a really bad item, don't ever take it, but they've also made it a lot easier to see when you're invincible versus how it used to be, where it's like, it was pretty hard, like you basically had to know the timing of it to use it properly. And it's not super useful for fights, right? Which is why I think a lot of times it's like people will prefer items like the D6 where you can re-roll and have it be super useful for a lot of situations, and the same with any actives that deal damage or have like a good in-room effect, because again, you'd rather have that over Breath of Life. So it's not a bad item, it's just more often than not there are other items that, especially active items, that just outweigh it. Nice. The money's not like, that's like one of the least, like, it's not the worst secret rooms, but it's not one of the good ones, right? Oh, there's a bomb beggar over there. Oh, secret. I did not see that tinted rock there. There are some like funny mods that I wouldn't mind installing, but I think, like, for example, there's a Isaac Let's Player named Huts. Does roguelikes. It doesn't do just Isaac, but it's one of his big things. And he's got the Tinted Rocks, which is a mod made for him, essentially, because he uses this like hand-drawn character of like a little, basically a kid being like, the YouTube comments like, "You missed a tinted rock. You missed it. It was right there." And so he's got one that like puts a little Tim on every tinted rock, and I think that'd be a funny mod, but I feel like it would make it too easy to see tinted rocks sometimes, which is the only reason I don't want to install it, because I'm like, I don't want to make the game too easy for myself, but at the same time, it would be like a good quality of life as well, being like, oh, there was a rock. Cool, I would not have seen that otherwise. But again, I feel like that just makes it a little too easy. Well, now I just feel like I wasted my damn angel room because I got Tooth and Nail, which can provide the same effect as Breath of Life, which is temporary invincibility, but it does it better. Like every 30 seconds or so, it just gives you invincibility for like a second. So many tinted rocks, though. I am going to pause my recording for 30 seconds real quick. Sorry about that. Was still getting text and wanted to make sure it wasn't anything super important. Plenty of money to make going in the shop worth it. Of course, it's not worth it because it's a greed fight, but not the, like, he's not super annoying. Ultra Greed is just, the only problem with the Ultra Greed is that I tend to, like, try to use Greed's attack patterns to dodge, when Ultra Greed is technically, has a, well, technically a different attack pattern. Instead of shooting 3 tiers, he shoots 4. So the safest spot to stand is actually directly in the middle of the tiers. So when I try to dodge it off to the side like I would with regular Greed, I end up always dodging into his tiers. I could have sworn for a second I saw a tinted rock over there. Like here, I could have sworn I saw one for a second, but no. Just seeing things like always. Get the invisible guy out first, just because it's gonna be super annoying dealing with him. Really trying to avoid that. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, because the invisible guy, I can see myself taking damage to him just because, while not completely invisible, he does camouflage in pretty well. I'm pretty sure this one's, yeah, invincible until all the other enemies are killed. So, just kind of keep him off screen for now until I kill most of them. Justice. Oh, it sucks that I had a greed fight in my shop, because I would really like to donate most of what I have. Man, I hate these, like, leapers and whatnot. Yeah, the standard ones aren't that bad. It's just the ones that have, like, the bloody neck, because those are the ones that can, like, jump across the room at you. Yeah, I was gonna check for top secret room on that L room down there, but I realized, like, oh, well, if the shop, or if the secret room's near the boss room, like, if that room's open and clear, I want to check there first. I just felt like it would be a waste of bomb to check that room first. Oh god, Mega Fatty is like one of my least favorite enemies in the game. It's, again, anything that's like unpredictable, like those shockwaves, I just really hate having to deal with. The rest of this fight's not too bad. It's just the shockwave jump that really makes it hard and unpredictable. I locked in Necropolis. Well, it doesn't hurt to check what's in here. False PhD. It's a unique item, but it's not my favorite. All pills become negatives, but any negative stat up you get becomes a damage up. You get the negative stat down, I mean, but you still get the damage. You get a damage up as well, and every like non-stat affecting pill gives you a black heart. Fun, but to me it's not worth it, right? Like, I would take it on some runs, but not this one. Sorry if you hear my drink and the ice clinking in it. I don't know. There's a lot of stats that I'm like, I don't really want affected. Like, for example, speed. Range is if you want to have it being affected by your or have your range affected, because for the most part range is not that bad. Like, my tiers are going all the way across the room, but if it gets too low, it can be really annoying to fight some enemies. Which is why I'm like, shot speed I'm fine, like letting it go down lower than I'm comfortable with. but range is one of those stats where it's like there's a certain point where it's like I don't want range downs anymore. Because even if I'm shooting like massive damage tiers, if they can barely hit the enemy or I gotta put myself in danger, it's not really worth it. Wow, these swarm spiders on a low damage, low tier rate build. Oh my god, they could be run enders. I can't count the number of times I've like died. No, I haven't died to them, but I've lost a lot of health to them because I'm like struggling to kill them with some low damage builds or high or low tier rate builds, high damage builds. Because yeah, you can kill the like main body pretty easily. It's that swarm that'll get you though. Alright, there's options. It isn't terrible to have this late in the game. Again, not my favorite item to see this late, but it's not terrible either. And Diplopia is just a really good option, but I actually want to hold on to Breath of Life. I don't want to donate everything I have, but a good chunk of it would be nice. Next, we're on Necro 2, so I don't really need to hold on to most of my money. But holding on to like 5 to 10 cents wouldn't be a bad idea. I've never considered how bad a confused hand would be if you didn't kill it in one shot. I'd be willing to bet the top secret room's over there. I don't think I would have gotten it. Doorstop is unlocked? Okay. Again, just looking at the layout of the room, the fact that there's a bomb fly in it as well, really kind of like made me think, it's probably there. Alright, it's Necro 2, so if I skip my item room this floor, I can't come back for it. Oh my god. What a terrible room. Eyesore, which gives you... I thought it gave you tears up, but yeah, it does make you shoot like random directions as well. It's a multi-shot, but a multi-shot that's uncontrollable. Secret room can't be any of those rooms. Potential for it to be here. I don't want to check the rooms around it. Well, that would explain why there wasn't a super greed in my shop, or ultra greed, I should say. Whew. Thank you, Tooth and Nail. You took one of those hits for me. Again, the greed enemies, I'm like... Obviously, I'm not a big fan of them because they're annoying to deal with, but they're not the end of the world. A minor inconvenience at worst. Like, the only time that's like really sucks is if it's the last 2 floors and they're like both in your shop. They're in like both your shops. Yikes, that was just a bad hit of damage. .39 minutes for this recording. Really hoping to keep these recordings like around 45 minutes for these first like initial runs, but not much you can do when you're not really comfortable with the idea of video editing your own videos. 2 guppy items. Like, honestly, I'm have to just take Guppy's head, but 2 guppy items without even going devil deals is always shocking. Like, they've reduced the chances of getting Guppy by a significant margin, but honestly, I still get Guppy fairly often. Like, it's not a lot. Like, I don't get it all as often because of the fact that I don't often take devil deals, but it really went from being like this, like, almost every run you get Guppy to being almost never. I'm glad I searched for the secret room up, or the top secret room up yeah, at the top of the map first, because I 100% would have thought it was down there. Actually, yeah, I think I am willing to go. Like, Tooth and Nail can be a bit inconsistent with, like, when it activates, but I don't know. I feel like having Guppy's head is way better right now. Again, see, that's the problem with Tooth, or with Breath of Life. There's so many active items that I feel like are a lot better than it, but it's not a bad active item per se. So it just gets this bad rap of being like a really bad active item, even though more often than not, it can be super useful if used right. I could drop all my money in and not be like hurting. It just means I probably won't get an arcade on my next or my second womb floor. And this gives me like the most money I could put in. It seems like getting about 50 cents per run, which is always a good thing. Nah, screw it. Blue Mom, a bit unpredictable with, you know, the foot stomps because she doesn't stomp nearly as often. And when she does, you're not expecting it. I'm just trying not to get teleported out of the mom fight. So I'm like cautiously using Cursed Eye. And trying not to get too close to it. Just trying not to get too close to the doors up and like on the top and the bottom of the screen, because I feel like the problem with it is the room is so small, like height wise, that you're more often to like not correctly judge the distance from the door you can be. Damn, that's gonna be a tough fight with Cursed Eye. I don't know. I still don't regret it. It's still one of my favorite items, but it is a like risk reward item is the best way to put it, I guess, because yeah, you run the risk of getting teleported out of every room. But that, they definitely made this fight more consistent, at least this champion. But I keep getting sidetracked. But they've made like it's a risk reward item. It can be a good item, especially when you have like a low damage build. So getting that burst of tears on an enemy, like especially like Mom, where it's like inconsistent to hit her. Cursed Eye can really make that like chance of damage, or like the chances you get to actually damage her, dealing more damage. I must have just shot my chair when I got hit. Hence why it's a good item, but again, you run that risk of being like, what if I get teleported out of the room, you know, mid-shot? Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about that. I had to pause that because I had to go finish up the laundry real quick. But besides that, I am back now. So, why don't we go ahead and check out this devil deal, see if there's anything worth taking in there, and if not, we'll just move on to the next floor. Every 2 to 4 rooms, I don't remember the exact charge number, it's brimstone. Again, not necessarily worth it. most of the devil deals I've seen aren't just like, they're just items that I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to take. They could be decent, but I just wouldn't go out of my way unless I was doing a devil deal run. I guess I could have checked this room first. Now, even if I saw this room, I would have assumed the secret room was there. Again, temporarily invincible enemies. I will never, like, not bitch about them. They just annoy me and frustrate me to no end. Because it's like, temporary invincibility is such a, like, cheap way of not, like, having the enemy avoid death. Like an instant room wipe. I don't know. I just feel like at least hosts and whatnot shoot often enough that it's not so bad to try to, like, hit them. But there are definitely a lot of, like, temporary invisible enemies that I just hate running into. Come on. God, these swarm spiders. Just the worst enemies to have right now. I'm nowhere near strong enough to deal with them. One of these days I'm going to look up this enemy's name just so I can know, how, like, so I can bitch about them properly. Are you here? Damn it. One of these days I'll find the secret room. Oh god, I've trapped myself back here. Behind all the creep. Emergency button, I think, teleports you when you're down to your last heart. And, you, like, if you take damage and you get down to your last heart, I think it teleports you out of the room. That's pretty funny that the these little Diglett enemies, like, one popped up underneath the invincible version of it. Really? I thought this top secret room was going to be there. Is it here? No? Okay. I have no idea where it's going to be. Yeah, it can't be here. Secret room could be here, I believe. Where's the secret room at? Oh no, it couldn't be there because of the spikes. Or because of the button being in the way. I know this is one of those floors you, like, would be better off just kind of, like, blazing through and ignoring if you don't find anything you want. Because there's nothing really to find on the floor. I don't know. I occasionally enjoy going through and, like, getting some of the small stuff out of the way for it. I actually wouldn't mind the 3 red chests. Maybe I could get the last guppy piece out of it. You know, that was a joke. I didn't think I would actually get it. Ooh, but that's going to be killer for me because I don't have a lot of soul hearts. Really wish I played the demon beggar now. I actually don't want to get an angel deal this floor because that just makes it pretty much impossible for me to get to the next floor. But I don't mind playing the beggar out if I can get him to pay with, like, a health item. Lovers, chariot, and the sun. I actually want to hold on to the sun for the next floor. I was really hoping he'd pay out with a health up item. Because it would make taking 9 lives, much more worthwhile. Yeah, because a health up item would make it like, okay, I'll have 2 hearts and not 1. But it works, you know what I mean? I mean, I'd still rather take Guppy over not having Guppy. In fact, if I just take a 9 lives, I'd be set up in a position where I can have flight, and I could have gotten those bombs for free. Yeah, I'll probably just take it. But I will take the chariot going in here. Oh, these Brim Ghosts. Again, not the most annoying enemies, it's just the temporary invincibility that gets me with them. Oh, that last one took forever to get out. I thought I killed them all. Nice. Yeah, we just want to get as much health as possible with this floor. Where do I think the secret... It could be either next to the... like next to the curse room, or on the other side of the trap room, right? That's the other side of the trap room. I was really hoping it was next to the curse room. You didn't even pay out with a health up item anyway, so it kind of was a waste of time, but no point crying over spilled milk. Flight is such a game changer, which is the biggest reason I think I'd rather take Guppy. Having the ability to get like certain items for free or whatnot really changes how you like play the game to a certain extent. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I actually don't get a deal this floor, because next floor is when I really want to like get a devil or an angel deal, because then I can get the chance to like increase one of my picture items, Polaroid or the negative. The health actually now makes more sense to take. Next room, would like the first room we walk into, I'm going to use the sun card. Okay, first room with enemies, I should say. It's clear the game has a sense of humor. Some decent money on the floor. Again, I don't necessarily need the money unless I get like a beggar. Or an arcade. I actually am going to go this way to get to my boss room, because I just cut through the secret room and like reduce the amount of rooms I have to clear that way. But I will go to my arcade before leaving this floor. Because yeah, I just want to increase my devil angel chance as high as possible, and then move on to the like hopefully fighting the boss and getting damn, I just need a shopkeeper to really like solidify my chances. Because right now I got about a 77% chance? No, 67% chance. Which isn't great, but hey, it's not the end of the world either. A lot better than... I guess it's not a lot better, it just changed the percentage from devil to being more likely angel. Again, don't let that, like, don't get too confident thinking, oh, I'll get angel then. because I've had numerous times where I've had a like 80% angel room chance and like a 10% devil deal, and I end up getting devil deal somehow. Honestly, Guppy really is carrying because having the flies that deal double damage is really like I said, just carrying. Honestly, that's all there is to it. It can be such a carry item because you deal so much damage quickly, even if it's no longer guaranteed to like every, because I think it was like before Repentance, it was every tier hit was a fly spawn, including from familiars, and now it's like a percentage chance, but not like super low, because otherwise then it just wouldn't make sense to have the mulligan, which is essentially the same thing. Alright, I think this is gonna be as good of a like chance to go and fight Mom's Heart, because I don't think I have any way I can increase my devil angel deal any higher unless I get lucky and find one of these, like one of those end rooms that have like a shopkeeper just randomly in it. But I don't think I will, and I don't think it's worth it to go looking for one. Plus this recording is already long enough that if I don't get it, like if I don't get the devil angel deal this floor, I'm not going to be completely like mad about it, because it just means like, hey, I can end the recording hopefully before an hour. Otherwise it's going to be over an hour if I go fight. Okay, it looks like I'm going to go fight, and this recording is going to take over an hour to finish. Really wish I had the sun card now, but hey. Wire coat hangers appear in the basement. Lost baby has been unlocked. Okay. I don't remember what the drop for beating Isaac as Isaac is, but it can't be a bad unlock. I think Blue Baby gives you D6 as Isaac, as long as it's unlocked. Retrovision. Oh, well, at least it was close by. Like, it could have been worse, could have teleported me, like, other side of the map. Shit, it could have teleported me to the boss fight. So much money drops now. What dice room we got? A Forget-Me-Not. I wonder, does... I have to look that up. I wonder how that works. Would beating Isaac and then using the 5-sided room count as 2 towards the unlock? I guess if I'm going to look this up, I might as well pause. Alright, I'm back. And from what I can tell, I don't know. It's not stated anywheres on the wiki, or it doesn't seem like anybody's asked this question before on any like Reddit forums or anything like that. So chances are, maybe. Like, you can obviously obtain multiple copies of the Polaroid, but no one seems to have like answered the question of, does grabbing the Polaroid or does beating the boss multiple times in a single run count towards the unlock achievements. We don't want the speed down, and I don't mind fighting it multiple times, but it would be nice to know one way or the other. I guess we'll find out, like, if the fight automatically ends the run. I don't think it does. I think it just spawns the chest and you jump into the chest to end it. But considering this is the first time fighting Isaac, it might actually just force the game to, like, force the run to come to an end. I don't know. But if it doesn't, we can like test the theory. I forgot that the nose goblin like trinket, the boogers that come from it, have slight homing to them. Alright. What? Also, terrible luck to just get like teleported into my curse room, but I don't know what hit me there. It must have been a tier that I just didn't see that happened to spawn in right at the wrong time. Seriously, where is this secret room? Where's the top secret room? I guess I could have checked to see if... No, it's a small curse room, which means it can't be a secret room attached to it. Kind of hoping for the Blackheart secret room, just so I can try to get my hands on a little extra health there, but take what you can get. I am curious to know, though, if it'll count towards beating him multiple times. Guess that question will only be answered after beating him, right? Where is the secret room? Is there any room that could be... I guess here as well could also be. I already checked that one, I think. No. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to find the secret room. It's not the end of the world. It's just... would have been nice to have, you know, just in case there's like soul hearts or something in it. Would have been nice, but it's not the end of the world, and it really is not that bad to not have it. I just gotta be super careful about my, like, shots. Like... last thing I want, especially on like this stage of the fight, is to get hit with like a tier I didn't see coming while I'm charging. That way it's like, only shoot when I know I can like not take a hit of damage. Damn it! That's just bad timing. My tier rate's high enough that I really shouldn't be running into this problem, but this is why I curse eyes considered a bad item. Like, I had almost beaten the boss, and I lost because of, well, curse, or I didn't lose, but I like got kicked out of the room because of cursed eye. That's why it's like you only really want to take it if you have Black Candle. Now, the other part to keep in mind is it only happens when it's not fully charged. So either hold a full charge in between shots, or I've never seen that happen where he's like glitched out and teleported back. Alright, cool. So I can 5-pip. Chances are I might die a lot on the next, on the re-ran version of this floor, because I got a lot of health. That's why I'm half tempted to like run around and see if I can get health from a secret room or something, but God, I forgot how annoying these enemies were. On a more standard run. Got a phone call. I'm gonna have to pause recording real quick again. Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about that. Let's hop back into the game, and hopefully we can either get another soul heart before the next floor, or we can beat Isaac without dying, because that is like, I just got lucky in that room. There was no like skill in that dodges, or in those dodges at all. I still don't know exactly how that champion works. I have to like look at the champions list. Like, I don't know if they're like healing the enemies I damage, or if they're like taking health from them to heal themselves. Also, is secret room here? Yeah, it 100% is. Okay. I much prefer them over the Brimstone version. The Brimstone variation is so annoying to deal with, whereas these ones you can kind of like easily kill. I didn't get the health I was looking for, but I lost some. I remember when the cathedral had like a shit ton of blue fires. Man, there's no tinted rocks in that room, is there? No. Okay. I wasted a couple of keys, but it's not the end of the world. God, some of these rooms are just brutal. Trying to play through them. I could give to the bomb beggar and hope he drops a like soul heart, but I'd rather not. Again, it's kind of risky. Isaac's Tears. Nah, it's made better, but it's still not good. Yes, Dolly. One of the best items of the game. Like, even the Tears Up's not necessarily what makes it good. It's the fact that it can give you... Like, it gives you 3 heart drops, like, and they could be soul hearts, black hearts, or red hearts. If it was 3 soul hearts, it wouldn't have been worth it. Or 3 red hearts, it wouldn't have been worth it. But the fact that it was 3, like... It was like 2 black hearts and a soul heart made it exceptionally worthwhile to taking it and fighting that room. Look, I'm at max tears. I think Dolly may have put me at max, but either way, even if I was at max beforehand, I still would have taken Dolly. Just a chance for that extra bit of health. Like, I run the risk of losing it, fighting for it, but I think it was worth it. Honestly, if I can guarantee like 4 red heart drops, not 4, but like a couple of red heart drops, it would have been even more worthwhile to like hold on to picking up those soul hearts until afterwards, right? Oh yeah, it can't be down there because the curse room is a like mini curse room. Honestly, my chest drops have been super lucky on this floor. Unlike the floor after this one, once you unlock it, it's not guaranteed to drop items. But I'm getting like extremely lucky with the item drops from chests. And thanks to Guppy's Tail, I'm getting a ton of chests, so I just need some keys to balance it out. Oh, I wasn't gonna go in my curse room because I didn't want to take damage. And I'm sitting here forgetting about Tooth and Nail. Flight gets me in for free, and Tooth and Nail gets me out for free. I can't believe I forgot about Tooth and Nail. Nothing good from the chest, but hey. Maybe the keys are nice. If I get any more golden chests from Guppy's Tail, it's nice to have. I was just saying I didn't have enough keys to balance out the golden chest I'm getting. I still remember there being more blue fires before Repentance. I could just be misremembering, but I know there's like so many runs I did before Repentance where it was just like, I'm probably going to die. Quick, destroy all the blue fires. Let's see, we have... Ooh, don't think I've seen this room before. Such an odd room layout. I don't remember, does Guppy, like the Guppy effect, does it affect the familiar tears as well still, or is that, now is it only just like Isaac's tears that produce flies? I think that may have been the nerf. Let's see, we got, oh, I completely forgot that this, like, that there were enemies in this room because I wasn't paying attention. Hey, there's that fully solves my, like, key problem. Chariot, Hermit, Empress. Actually, I'm gonna take the Empress. The damage up, while not necessarily ideal because of Cursed Eye. I'm going to hope you guys didn't hear the, like, low battery warning there, but Lord only knows.
The world.
I do need to charge my headset. I think a max tear rate does help with, like, avoiding getting hit while charging, because charge is damn near instant. So if you don't get hit as you're holding the charge button or the tier button, you're most likely not going to get hit. Now, theoretically speaking, that should be 2 pieces of the Polaroid should be on my like file screen now, unless the 2 Isaac fights don't count because it was like a reran floor. It would have been nice if I had a second dice room there to give me another fight. Oh, it does count. Okay, that's good to know. If I get a 5 pip room or a Forget-Me-Not, if I hold the Forget-Me-Not to the last floor, there's a chance I can get multiple pieces of the Polaroid or the negative. Alright, good to know. Thanks so much for watching. Let me redo that outro. This has been an interesting run. I've learned some new things that I didn't know. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever. And if you enjoyed what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And bye-bye.